Okie dokie. The final day for Assault from the Shadows, and it's our assault against an enemy Martel assault. Should be interesting, I suppose. There's no locations in this hand, but I think I'm still gonna keep it. Because Mace and Scheming Septon are both sort of economy, and I mean, it's pretty good aside from the fact that there's no locations. So I did make some minor changes to the deck. I took out the High Tower because I was like, it's a little bit overkill on the draw. Hopefully Old Town and Old Town Undercity is enough. It's expensive, it's slow, you don't always get to trigger it in Challenges phase. So I don't even have any restricted cards in the deck anymore. I could put in the Box Mace, but I don't know, it just doesn't seem that relevant. And I replaced the two High Towers with Varus, the Shadow Varus, because, you know, why not? And a Brienne of Tarth, because we do have Lady in Waiting and Kings. Wow, his setup is something else, huh? I think his setup was better than ours. Okay, let's see what we can do here. Obviously, a big advantage for us in this matchup is that we will probably be able to use the king in the north at some point. If the game goes on long enough, it's more or less guaranteed. Always a very obnoxious plot. Probably going to have to play very defensively for the first few turns at least because of Gaston Grey. Like, I can't really do any attacks with any expensive characters for a while until I get, like, you know, sort of get some junk set up. Found a great haul for our location discount. That's nice. So if we marshal this, then we can bring out... Oh, we don't have enough gold to bring out Renly. But we probably will just go for... Since we're going second, I'm probably going to go for Shadow Queen and Renly. Should be pretty good. I don't have any saves, which kind of sucks. So, probably going to get hit with a big Valar Morghulis, but still good to go ahead and make him use it. That's super annoying. Hate to see that. Oh, I do have exactly enough for Renly, but no, it still just has to be the Shadow Queen. I mean, that's just got to be the play, in my opinion. We do have a save for her. So that's nice. Maybe that'll dissuade a Morghulis. I think if I bring Renly out of Shadows with her, he's going to play Dohaeris, guaranteed. But then I keep, like, I still have 10 gold worth of stuff to keep, and I made him play as Dohaeris on turn 2. That's pretty good. Maybe because of that, we want to make it Randall first, and then try to save Renly for after the Dohaeris. I think I'm going to try to do that. Because I think a Randall will still make him play Dohaeris. And my guess is, well, I guess he can take her icons, yeah. He's probably going to use this on the Shadow Queen and take her icons, so I won't be able to do that after all, but that's fine. Basically, I'm just going to sit here and not do anything for a while. Which is not, I mean, it's not my preferred way to play. I would prefer to do some challenges, but that's just kind of how it goes when you're playing against Martel. And I won't be too surprised if he just passes his challenges. Because if he attacks, he's like letting me use my mace. Yeah, just doesn't do anything. Makes sense. If the Queen of Thorns did not have a duplicate, I might still attack with her. It would probably still be worth it. But I don't want her to lose this duplicate, so I probably will not attack into the Gaston Grey. Let's see if he flea bottoms it. Yeah, I mean, there's no reason not to. Probably takes the Scheming Septon's icons. Yep, pretty expected. Super exciting first turn. Now what do we do? Probably noble cause. I think noble cause is the play, and like a Larry more than likely. Trade routes would give us a ton of gold already. Oh, okay then. Well, I'm happy to see that. Really? He might regret using that this early. Well, if I had known he was going to do that, I would have flipped trade routes. I mean, geez. But yeah, I was going to say, you know, trade routes was just like, there's no need to go ahead and use it on turn 2, and we can use noble cause and just get even more gold with trade routes later. We've got a bunch more chomps, which is really good. Do I just Marshal Renly now? No, that's not really worth it. We're going to do it this way. Scheming Septon, Courtier. I don't have any activators for the Courtier. So I guess it has to be a Scheming Septon. Yeah, marshal this guy. Now what I could do is put one of these in shadows and then bring it out, pay for it with the Septon. I guess that's a nice little trick. Let's do that. The Queen of Thorns is probably never going to have any icons this game. He's just going to use Flea Bottom and Shadow City Bastard on her every single turn. That'd be my guess. We can still pay for Randall on our trade routes turn pretty easily. So I think my next turn is definitely trade routes. Assuming I get to keep my Renly, one goal I have here is to not lose an intrigue challenge and let him discard this. Damn shame I couldn't find either Old Town or Old Town Undercity. Draw would be extremely helpful in this matchup. I guess the Scheming Septon is draw, though. That's kind of nice. Wow, Starfall. So this is going to be such a slow, boring game. Doesn't get much lamer than this. He did pass his pre-challenge action window. I'm still not going to attack with the Queen of Thorns because she still has a duplicate. Of course, I was playing a Martel deck that was quite similar to this as my Martel Shadows deck, so I can't complain too much. But I also literally titled my first video with Martel Assault as Lame from the Shadows because it is really lame. Let's see if he has something in Shadows that's going to like totally screw me. I doubt it. Probably like Aereo Hotai or Dornish Spy or something like that. Could be Maiden of Poisons, but I don't think I'm scared of Maiden of Poisons at this stage in the game. Do I do a power challenge? Probably not. Let's just do this. Oh, okay. You use that out of turn. That's illegal. You can't do that. I could use the Hightower Spy. Probably just save that for a future turn when it will be able to activate a Courtier or Randall. Why can't I bring this out? There we go. Had to click on it twice. I guess. Oh, I guess he's going to take the icons here. I mean, that's fine. Sure. I was seriously considering not attacking with it anyways because you don't have any power, and he could have his Viper Eyes. But he seems like very eager to stop me from declaring a power challenge. So that tells me that he probably does not have his Viper Eyes. So now it's a choice between trade routes or... what is that other plot called? Counting Coppers? I could also just do the King in the North. even without a king, and that's a little bit tempting. First snow could be a thing, probably not. Probably just do trade routes. I think this is fine. Well, that sucks. He definitely got me on that one. But honestly, I think I would rather have him copy trade routes than counting coppers. So if I play Renly, he's going to play Dohaeris, guaranteed. But I'm still going to do it just to threaten the king in the north. Probably have to pass my challenges again. Unfortunate. And I guess the courtier can go into shadows. There's no real reason to keep it in the hand, since it costs the same either way. I guess I can declare attacks now, and if he uses Gaston Grey, it's actually not that big a deal, as long as I can protect my hand from Intrigue Claim. And Dorn, jeez. I didn't have Dorn in mind. This dude's just going all the locations. And he does not have the Shadow City yet, which is interesting. It's very fortunate for me that he doesn't have that. It would, although I guess his Flea Bottom already has this Shadow City Bastard, so the Flea Bottom is always useful for him. Alright, let's see what icons he takes. Surely he's going to take icons before I can do challenges. That makes sense. Is the Shadow City Bastard going to come out? No. Well then, we're just going to do this, and then probably pass. If he lets me win this with Renly, then I get to draw 2. 3, including the Scheming Septon's draw, which is super good. And since my hand's close to empty and I have a Great Hall, I'm fine with Renly getting bounced by the Gaston Grey. Also makes his Dohaeris not great if he chooses to bounce Renly. Of course, he has 11 gold, 2 cards in shadows, and 3 in hand, so I think there's a reasonable chance that Ario Hota is ready to come out somewhere, somehow. Oh, remember to do that. Almost forgot. So he does go for the bounce. I guess that blocks the insight draws. Well, that's unfortunate. Still nice to get that crap out of the way. Now I can use Queen of Thorns. I think he misplayed by not taking the power icon with... Oh, he already used Starfall. Well, he didn't use his Dornish Spy to take the power icon with his Flea Bottom. I think he should have done that. But maybe Ario Hota comes out here. Ha! How do you like them apples? Please no Viper Eyes. I hate that card. But he's Martel. He always has it, right? Yep, they always have it. I think he even got it off of the Dorn. Talk about lame. Haven't even played Coppers yet, and I have a fairly safe board, so hopefully it's not a big deal. Still chooses not to take a military icon off. Oh, there's Hota. He had to be waiting somewhere. It was an ambush, not a shadows. Interesting. Well, that's my challenges. His turn. Little does he know, I have a stand available. And it's a question of what do I want to defend? I think I'm just going to let him win a military challenge and kill this courtier. We're going to keep the guarding caretaker, because if he does Valar Dohaeris, then that lets me keep a Larry caretaker Queen of Thorns. Do this. And now he can probably win an intrigue with like Dornish Spy if he really wants to. But I don't think it's a big deal if he gets my Rose Garden. That was a power with 4. And I won't be surprised if he plays Dohaeris here. I probably have to do counting coppers. Friggin' Viperize discarding my Renly. Hate that. What is the point of this? Okay, that did absolutely nothing, but sure. Maybe he forgot that I already took my turn. Oh, here we go. So REM was in shadows. That's interesting. Really wanted to win the intrigue. I mean, to be fair, well, I think he saw that the other card was a Rose Garden. I don't know. Still, why not do it? Why not just do it and be able to win your intrigue? Can't totally disagree with them. So now if he does Dohaeris, he actually has to lose 1 character. That's nice. Although maybe he'll send REM back to his hand. They like to do that. Doesn't look like it. Could do Valar Morghulis to kill her, but that's not worth it. I don't have enough saves. Think it just has to be counting coppers. Good thing he already used Varys' riddle. What if he had 2 Varys' riddles? That'd be ridiculous. Wildfire, okay. That's better than Dohaeris, I think. So good draws, 2 Scheming Septons and another save, although it's a save that goes on the same character that already had one. Still nice to have. Lets me ignore military claim for at least 1 turn. I think if nothing too crazy happens, I might just go ahead and reveal the King in the North next turn. Even without a king. Get this dude. I guess we put the... Do we put Brienne or the other Scheming Septon? It's actually, I'm not sure what's more correct here. I guess the Scheming Septon? Yeah, because then I can use this one to pay for this one, and the second one to pay for the courtier. It's like a nice little chain if I need more stuff. Probably targets the Queen of Thorns. Starfall Randall. Yep. Let's start with this. No, I'm not sure. I don't want to give him an easy Ariane defend, so let's use Randall. At least make him kneel 2 characters to block it. Then maybe we can draw into a high tower spy with these Septons. That'd be funny. Kind of lame that I haven't drawn any Arbor Marketplaces or Crown of Golden Roses. That's 5 activators that none of them drawn in the top 22 cards. But he's only on 1 power. As long as the game goes on long enough, I'm guaranteed to draw one eventually. Doesn't defend it. Alright. No Viperize, please. Although he's fairly likely to be able to win Intrigue if he wants. So maybe it doesn't matter. Although I guess I'm drawing cards as well with these guys, so. So I'm going to do Intrigue, and I think there is a chance he doesn't defend it. It depends on what else he has besides Ariane, which I honestly have no idea what he has. Does defend it. That makes sense. Martel likes to always win every Intrigue challenge, both on defense and attack, like at all costs, basically. Got Renly back. That's very nice. I can't do a military, so let's just hang out. Surely he's going to at least try to declare a power challenge, and then these Septon, the other Septon can come out and do something. I'll wait to bring it out because maybe this little surprise factor will matter somehow, some way. So yeah, we're going to ignore this military claim with the save. Also gives him an unopposed for us to take with future power challenges. And now the question is, like, what does he have in Shadows and what is Ariane going to do? See, here we can get a surprise defense on this. And he may have something to still help him win it, but maybe not. Maybe we just win it. Yep, just win. Man, think about how good it would have been if we had Old Town Undercity this game, or Old Town with 2 Scheming Septons around. Would have been an easy game in that case. But we're still doing fairly well, all things considered. The draw from the Scheming Septons is still just really helpful. So see, he could have brought that in during his power challenge to take an icon off the Scheming Septon or Aleri and won the power challenge. But he just, wasn't thinking about it, I guess. Just doing that to spend the gold. It's just for, like, economy purposes. 2 less gold that I have to worry about spending next turn. So now I'm getting down to a point where my plot choices are awkward. I still don't want to play Morghulis. Definitely don't want to play Morghulis. If I'm lucky, I'll be able to win without actually having to play Morghulis. So I'm going to go for First Snow, which I think gives me exactly enough to marshal Renly. And then try to do King in the North. Still tempting to just flat out do the King in the North, but I think this is the only decent play that we have. And this is still pretty questionable. I don't know, I guess it's pretty good for me. I mean, all it sends back is the Courtier. So I guess I did misplay by spending the gold there, but whatever. Oh, well, that's fun. Derp. I mean, I don't think I even have confiscation in this deck, so yeah. He could just marshal those normally. Yeah, if I had actually kept this in shadows, thinking about the fact that I was going to play first snow this turn, then I could get a Scheming Septon. Actually, I'm not going to have gold to pay for the Scheming Septon, so it doesn't matter. I'm sending his REN targets back with first snow, which kind of sucks, but we're just out of like decent options at this point. We have to flip something. Oh shoot, the -1 from the agenda. It's not enough for Renly. Wow, exactly not enough. That blows. Do we still marshal Randall? I don't think so. I think it has to be Scheming Septon. I might have just totally screwed myself. I guess we should still marshal Randall, right? Yikes. Now I have to actually worry about military claim. That sucks. Probably have to kill a Larry. I have my own Valar Morghulis that's probably going to be flipped as my last plot. So I have to preserve this save on the Queen of Thorns. I blame my performance in this game if I end up losing on the lack of location draw. Because the first game that I recorded with this deck, my location base looked more like his on turn 2 or 3. And then you can really do some work. But if you don't draw your economy, I mean, I drew some economy, but not really enough for turn 5. Like, I think I have 12 in this deck, right? Yeah, I have 12, and I've only drawn 3. That's pretty unlucky. And I didn't draw either of my draw locations, both of which would have helped a lot. I'm not sure if I even want to bother trying to attack him. Because he has Hotah, which is going to take out Randall, and a Dornish Spy, which will take off Larry's Intrigue. So we'll just go ahead and defend. Pretty much totally screwed this turn. That was the best card for him to get. That's a pretty useless card in this matchup. Wow, he's really going to let Randall defend this? I guess he still has Hotah available. So if I defend, he's going to use Hotah with Ariane. This way, Randall gets to at least oppose the military challenge, even though he'll still win it. Although I guess he can use a Dornish Spy here. So it doesn't matter what I did. Doesn't matter. Everything's unopposed. This is funny. This is the second video in a row that I've screwed myself with my own first Snow of Winter. I think it was screw myself harder in the game yesterday against Targ where I was playing Martell Shadows and I bounced like 6 small dudes on my side with my own first Snow. That was probably worse. This is still pretty bad though. And I can't even win dominance. 10 gold, man. Feels bad. Luckily, his deck is just so slow. He's still only at 8 even after all of that. He's going to be at 8 when he wins dominance. That maybe we can hold out through the plot deck reset. Now, wait a minute. I can attack with Randall and he'll ambush Hota and still win dominance the same way as before. So this way, the 5 gold ambush that's sitting in his hand, all the gold that he has right now to pay for it will go away. He won't get a chance to use it, so let's just pass. It's still there to be used with Ariane later, but there was definitely no point in attacking into that. Oh, that sucks. He got to spend his gold anyways. I guess that's kind of smart. Man, why can't my Martell Shadows games look like this? I guess because I'm a scrub and I don't run Isle of Ravens in all of my decks, so I'm actually vulnerable to Flea Bottom. Let's do this. Never was able to actually get a king in play. Maybe I top deck Crown of Golden Roses. That'd be hilarious. Come on, saves and crowns. Ah! What a top deck. Right into the bodyguard. Look at that. So let's remember his plot deck before it resets. Morgulus, Riddle, Wildfire, Trade Routes. Riddle is super annoying because it's gonna. I won't really be able to play Trade Routes again until I see his Riddle again to make sure that I don't get hit with that. Let's just do this. And it's like, do I even put this Scheming Septon into Shadows? This Courtier is here to absorb the military claim, and then I can play Valar Morghulis with saves on my 2 big characters. That's the ideal outcome here. Oh, I guess he has 2 military claim. That blows. Well, we'll just let Randall die. I guess I'll keep this to try and avoid the Renly getting discarded for Intrigue claim. We definitely don't declare any challenges at this point, and we're still going to like lose all our icons and stuff. Just try to prevent unopposed. Oh, goodness. If he's smart, he'll keep this Obara around with her duplicate. What could he have in Shadows? Probably the Aereo Hota, especially because he didn't use Flea Bottom right away. Oh, but he can't use any of his abilities. That's right, it's the King in the North. I don't know, I still think I'm just going to pass. Friggin' 2 claims, so if he wins Intrigue, these are both going away. That blows. I may actually be able to defend Intrigue because he can't use any abilities. Another turning point in this game, the inability to actually get a king out for my King in the North, even though it was my 6th plot. Things just did not work out. And I guess for the Valar Morghulis, I mean, I really want to keep the Queen of Thorns, but she's vulnerable to Shadow City Bastard, and Randall is not. So that means I should probably keep Randall and let her die. Come on, this is not that complicated, dude. Just do a freaking military. Choose 2 characters and get a military. Maybe it's Hota's axe. Nope. Well, we survived one 2-claim challenge. Now he can choose between getting the 2-claim military or the 2-claim power, and I'm actually not sure which one is better for him. Hopefully he goes for the 2-claim power with like the Knights of the Sun. And then I can block the military. That'd be nice of him. But surely he's going to do military. Wow, really? Okay. Is he actually going to let me win? Alright. I guess I'm happy with that. Now, I don't think he can get to 15 yet. And then 3 of his power will go away because it's on these knights. Yeah, so he's going to be on 13 and then go down to 10 with the Morghulis. And he let me keep both of my big characters. But he also gets to save his Obara. I do wonder what his last plot is. Long plan? Alright. I feel like he should have known my last plot was Valar Morghulis, because he's seen Lady in Waiting and Bodyguard. Like, surely I have Valar as Tyrell with those cards. Finally, Randall Activator. I think I just have to get my Scheming Septons. Wow, I literally can't even pay for this Arbor Marketplace. Thank you, Agenda. -1 gold, OP. But I can put it into Shadows and bring it out with the Scheming Septon gold. And, you know, obviously I want more gold, but I think I still have to hold this Rose Road to try and block Intrigue from him. I mean, not block it, but stop Renly from getting discarded. And if I somehow get to keep Renly in hand, then I can do Noble Cause next turn, and hopefully bait out the Varys' Riddle, assuming that I survive that long. Probably going to pass challenges. 0 claim, and he's like Martell with Dorn and stuff. Not much point in doing any challenges. And he has the long plan. So it's like super not worth it to do challenges. Oh, you think you can win that? You think that's enough? Joke might be on you, buddy. Of course, we know that he has Aereo Hotah, so what I can do is bring out the Scheming Septon to the top of my deck and get 2 gold, and then bring out the Arbor Marketplace and put Randall up to 6 and stand him. And then what happens is he brings out Aereo Hotah, takes Randall out of the challenge, and the Scheming Septon is no longer in play to eat the military claim, and I have to kill one of my big characters. So we'll just have to kill the Scheming Septon for claim. Unfortunate. Now what he should do is like Flea Bottom, Shadow City Bastard, Starfall, take the power, do unopposed power with the Shadow City Bastard, then use it and get unopposed Intrigue with the Traitor. Looks like he's not doing it properly. I guess he really just wants to ambush that Aereo Hotah. Because that's surely going to be the play if I try to defend this. But he's got the friggin' long plan revealed, so it just doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. I think I'm dead. I'll just try to block it. Wow, really? You're gonna let me do that? Why? Doesn't make any sense. He does have Aerial Hota, right? Like, either it's in shadows or in his hand. I don't understand. We know he doesn't have March to the Wall, so we can just put this on top of our deck and use the Arbor Marketplace here. And maybe he'll finally use Aerial Hota. There's the Crown, like 2 turns too late. I guess this is some good Tyrell Shadow synergy that I have not really thought about or utilized up to this point. Just putting like cheap... Wait a minute. Shit. Okay. I forgot they have to actually be in a challenge to use that. I can't use it on him when he's already been knelt out. That's my mistake. Oh, sadness. Fuck you. Fuck you, buddy. Okay, well, I thought it was cool too. But yeah, that is something sort of nice you can do. Just pay for stuff that way. Seems like a pretty inefficient Obara Sand, but I guess the idea is that he's going to reveal Valar Morghulis now. So if I do a Noble Cause, then I can bring out Renly for 0 and surely have enough to pay for whatever else I draw. So we're going to do a Noble Cause, even though I think he is going to flip Morghulis. Actually, Peace and Prosperity looks fine too. Maybe I can actually win Initiative, but I'll win Initiative either way. So yeah, let's do Noble Cause. Yep. Oh, but these are going to discard my hand. Well, that's game. That sucks. So if I don't draw characters here, I'll just concede. Yeah, I'm sure you're sorry. There she is. Took you a little while to show up. A little bit late to the party there. I don't think this is anywhere near enough, but we'll still marshal it. At least we do have cards that we can play. And I blame the way this game went 100% on bad draw luck for me. Like I said, did not draw enough locations until it was way too late, and did not have a proper draw order to activate the King in the North. Unfortunate. The opponent also had a super duper good start with like 4 locations right off the bat. He didn't actually set up... Okay, he set up a Gaston Grey, yeah. I actually did that out of order. This is the way to do it. And now we can put this in shadows and save it from Intrigue Claim. Extremely good ability, not really. Yeah, like, I just have to kill my Scheming Septon for this. There's nothing I can do about it. Then honestly, he doesn't even have to do this. He could... No, I guess he sort of does. There's a bunch of ways that he could just win without having to do very much, though. He could, like, Shadow City Bastard, take off the Scheming Septon's icons. Oh, I forgot it's Morghulis. Okay, I take it back. He has to do slightly more work, still not very much. So now he can take these icons and then take either one of Marjorie's icons with Starfall and get one more unopposed to get to 15. He's just making it hard on himself for no reason by doing that. I don't understand. There he is. Been sitting there for like 2 turns when he could have had way better times to use that. But he was so far ahead that it just literally didn't matter. Screw you, deck. You totally petered out on me. Didn't give me anything good. Where's my friggin' Old Town and Undercity? There's Undercity. Would have finally drawn it on turn friggin'... What would it be? Turn 9? I was luck to see Flea Bottom. I mean, not really. Assuming that, he has 3 copies in the deck. It's not that lucky to actually see it on the first turn. Like, that's pretty good odds. It's more the fact that he did see his shit that he needed, and I didn't see my shit that I needed. Just keep agreeing with him. His analysis is correct. Give him a thanks for playing. Although the Queen of Thorns was honestly not that relevant. She didn't have that many good targets because I just didn't have any... Like, I just didn't have enough cards to do stuff. But yeah, those draw effects, as you can see, I was like totally out of cards for the whole second half of the game, and even with the Scheming Septons, it was really hard to have enough cards in hand. And that's why I really would have liked to see either Old Town or the Undercity, ideally both, like way earlier in the game, because against Martel, card draw is super important. If you don't have card draw, this is what will happen over a long game. But it was a slog, you know, it was a decent fight, so we'll show it. Farewell, Shadows decks. My summary on the Shadows agenda, like I said to start off with, not that good, not that consistent. In my opinion, definitely not competitive. It is a funsies agenda. It's not something you would bring if you want to win. But one day, maybe I'll eventually work my way up to doing a full month in all 8 factions with this agenda, and we'll see if it's improved any in that time. That would probably take a year at least. I do already have some ideas for some dank memes you can do in other factions, most notably in Greyjoy. You can either put Throwing Axe or the Seastone Chair into Shadows and get like surprise kills with those. That could be really big. Is that actually good? Probably not, but you could troll some people at least a few times with it. Like I did with my Lannister Assault game where my Varys like murdered Randall Tarley. That was pretty funny. I am definitely glad that I did get to show a couple games of the Assault decks totally trolling people. Like the first 3 games were pretty, I wouldn't say easy wins, but I kind of was able to get some big bounces and, you know, the one Varys kill and win with Lannister and Martell Assault. And then the Tyrell Assault just popped off. And then I lost the other 3. So that's a very balanced showing of games. This coming week will be weird banner decks. Yeah, this coming month I'm going to be doing weird banner decks. Start with Baratheon Night's Watch tomorrow, and then Greyjoy Banner of the Wolf will be the other weird banner deck for the week. So yeah, that's about it.